I would like to thank Minister Peter Dutton for his opening remarks, and without further ado I would like to proceed to the opening remarks by Věra Jourová, the Vice President of the European Commission.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to be with you today, although only virtually. The COVID-19 crisis has demonstrated how much we are relying on technologies. And this will only increase in the future, and this is why we need to make the right decisions now. I do not have to give you examples on how 5G will be at the center of everything we do in the future, how critical it will be for all sectors, health and care, energy, transport, education, and many other areas. This is why we want to focus European investments on connectivity, on the expansion of 5G, 6G and fiber. And the security of the networks is paramount. Cybersecurity threats, including the risk of interference by state-backed actors, are increasing and becoming more complex. As the saying goes, when it comes to cybersecurity, we are only as protected as the weakest link. This means that an enhanced cooperation between member states in the field of cybersecurity has been a priority for the Commission over the past years. The member states have worked together with the Commission and the EU Agency for Cybersecurity, ENISA, on a toolbox of mitigating measures and plans designed to address effectively major risks to 5G networks based on a risk management approach. We have to be prepared to prevent criminal hacking, espionage and sabotage in a coordinated way. This is where the EU toolbox on 5G security comes to play. This toolbox set out a coordinated European approach based on a common set of measures to mitigate cybersecurity risks of 5G networks. The EU toolbox put forward key measures that should be taken by all member states and also by the Commission. In this context, it is only normal that EU member states have a right to decide which measures address their risks, and they may go further than what is proposed in the toolbox if they identify such a need. For high-risk suppliers in particular, a large majority of member states have already adopted or are in the process of implementing the measures recommended in the toolbox. For example, they are restricting key assets based on the risk profile of suppliers. We should avoid of being dependent on high-risk suppliers. Let's be clear, setting up objective and proportionate security conditions will not create delays in the rollout of 5G in Europe. Europe is on track and can count on its own strong capacities where necessary. I am confident that we will manage, together, to create a robust and objective framework of security measures. These will ensure an adequate level of cybersecurity of 5G networks across the EU. Let me stress once again how important it is to have coordinated approaches among member states. Ladies and gentlemen, these days I cannot talk about 5G without addressing the issue of disinformation, and the two are related in several ways. We have recently heard a lot of disinformation about 5G, including the fact that it would help spread COVID-19. Disinformation and cyber threats are often part of the same strategy, the same toolbox, another one aiming at destabilizing our democracies. In Russia, for example, military doctrine sees cyber and so-called information operations as part of its warfare tactics. To face these threats, cooperation goes beyond Europe. In the State of the Union last week, the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, recalled the importance of our transatlantic partnership. If like-minded partners fail to unify, we will be exploited by those who want to use cyber attacks as a weapon to harm our free and open societies and economies. By not acting, we make ourselves an easy target. I have no doubt that the EU should take its security more seriously, and this is exactly what we are doing. But we are not doing this in isolation. Our security also relies on strengthening our strategic alliances. Thank you.